Hello children, welcome back to the geography class. In our previous video, we discussed regarding the latitudes, what is grid, what is geographic grid, what are the two important lines of longitude and the latitude, and some of the characteristic features of the latitudes. In today's class, we'll be discussing regarding the heat zones of the earth and the longitudes. Okay, first let us take up the heat zones of the earth. Due to the difference in insolation at different latitudes, due to the effect of the sun's rays, okay, heat zones have developed on the earth. The various zones are as follows. So you can see in this image, torrid zone, temperate zone and the frigid zone. Okay, torrid zone, it is the hottest heat zone. This region receives direct rays of the sun and it is the hottest zone. You can see in the image, yeah. So the torrid zone receives the direct sun rays. Okay. Next is temperate zone. This region has a mild climate ranging between warm to cool. So the climate will be moderate. This is so because sun is never directly overhead. You can see here the sun is not overhead of the temperate zone. It is found between the Tropic of Cancer in the north and the Arctic Circle over the northern hemisphere, and it is called as a north temperate zone. And we have in the southern hemisphere between Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle. Okay. The next is frigid zone. This zone lies beyond the Arctic Circle where the sun's rays are extremely inclined. Okay, so it is not affected by the sun's rays at all. Okay, due to this reason, the frigid zone remains frozen and it is the coldest part of the earth. It lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole, which is known as North Frigid Zone over the northern hemisphere, and over the southern hemisphere it is known as South Frigid Zone between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. Next we'll take up the longitudes. Longitudes represent the east-west location of a place on the surface of the earth. Okay, and these longitudes can be defined as an angular distance of a place which is located in the east or west. Okay, it is also measured in degrees. The prime meridian is a meridian or a line of longitude which is of 180 degree north and south, and this prime meridian is considered as a great circle. The prime meridian at Greenwich is used as a reference point for all other meridians of longitude, which is numbered east or west of it. Okay, you can see here the longitudes numbering 30 degree west, 30 degree east, 60 degree east, 60 degree west. So each longitude line has a degree. If one uses the directions of east and west from a defined prime meridian, they can be called as the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Okay, as the equator divides the earth into two equal halves, that is northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, the same way even the longitude, that is prime meridian, can also divide the earth into eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Okay, with the help of this prime meridian, okay, we can able to set the Greenwich Mean Time or the universal time. Okay, the longitudes are also called as the meridians of longitudes because meridian means midday. When the sun is overhead at a certain longitude, it is called midday. Okay, for that particular longitude. So all the longitudes are known as meridians. The distance between two consecutive longitudes doesn't remain the same as the longitudes are not parallel. Okay, so longitudes are not parallel whereas the latitudes are parallel to each other. Okay, they meet at the poles. Hence, the distance between the longitudes gradually decreases from the equator to the poles. Okay, so if you consider this is the equator, from the equator as it moves towards the poles, you can see the decreasing of the distance. Okay, as it moves towards the poles, and in the poles all the longitudes intersects with each other. Okay, so hence the distance of 111 kilometer for 1 degree longitude is maintained only at the equator. Okay, so only at the equator all the longitudes will be having the same distance. Okay, but as it gradually moves towards the poles, it starts decreasing. All the longitudes intersects at the equator and other latitudes. The intersecting point of these latitudes and the longitudes gives us the accurate location of a place, whether it is located in the north or south of the equator, east or west of the prime meridian. Okay, so when all the longitudes intersect the equator, okay, when the longitudes comes and intersects with the equator, okay, so this is equator 0 degree, and when all the longitudes comes and intersects with the equator, okay, it helps us to point out whether the place is in the south or whether it is in the north. Okay, yeah, in the same way, with the help of the longitudes, we can able to find out whether the place is in the east or whether the place is in the west. Okay, with the help of the longitudes. Okay, this is how we take the help of the longitudes and the latitudes to point out a position of a place on the earth surface. We'll wind up the session here.